Now on CoastTV News.
Race for the White House, what new polling says about those crucial battleground states in the lead up to the Democratic National Convention.
The not so busy season. Hotels and restaurants in Ocean City not seeing the numbers they're used to.
A deadly accident in Ocean City. What we know about an e-biker who was hit and killed.
And it's been a marvelous Monday on Delmarva. I'm tracking more slightly below average temperatures, sunshine, low humidity, but for how long? The answer, my full forecast in just a few minutes.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A deadly accident leaves one dead in Ocean City. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with a tragic accident that's raising safety questions. On Sunday, one person was killed when a car hit a woman who was riding an e-bike. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us how the accident is causing concern for locals and larger issues.
Riding in Ocean City. It's a good way to get around, but it could also be dangerous, especially on an e-bike. Sunday, a woman was killed, hit by a car while riding her e-bike. For local Brooke Yearly, it's heartbreaking news.
I feel for her family, I feel for her friends, I feel for all involved. It's a horrible tragedy.
The accident happened right here between 14th Street and St. Louis Ave. Bikes are a common sight in Ocean City, popular with visitors, locals, and even J1 workers as a form of transportation. One bike shop owner says it is illegal to rent e-bikes within Ocean City and says this rule is a good idea. I talked to one bike store owner who didn't want to appear on camera, but told CoastTV that e-bikes are significantly faster than traditional bikes, which can lead to some serious accidents. But even with this rule in place, people can still rent out e-bikes in West Ocean City and can buy and bring their own into town. Yearly, who lives right next to where the accident happened, put flowers at the location of the accident, hoping this will be a reminder for everyone to be aware and safe in Ocean City.
I know that it's a means of transportation for so many young people, affordability, and just drivers have to be cautious because you just can't predict their movement, but this is a sad reminder that we all have to be careful.
On Sunday, the police reported that the driver was not under the influence during the accident. I talked to the Ocean City Police Department, and while the accident is still under investigation, they told me that as of right now, they know she was riding in the designated bike spot and traveling in the right direction. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know who should be most responsible for reducing bike accidents on the coast. Let's take a look at the results.
Take a look at your screen. So far, you can see 44% say cyclists, but 44% say drivers. And it's worth noting, though, this is the first time we put this poll up.
Yeah, and we're going to get more votes throughout the evening. I'll be interested to see how this does or does not change. You can be a part of the conversation at coasttv.com or use our mobile app. Summertime in Ocean City, usually the busy season for hotels and restaurants, but a new report showing things are slowing down when compared to last year. According to Ocean City Tourism Report, when comparing this year to 2023, the hotel average daily rate has gone down by 3%. And for the past 3 months, restaurants have received less income when compared to last year. The executive director for the Hotel Motel Restaurant Association explains what new big trend is behind this.
Really what we're seeing is the amount of people who are staying in the condominiums that's increased, and it has surpassed the occupancy in the hotels.
Another theory for the decrease, with short-term rentals becoming the new norm in Ocean City, more people are cooking instead of going out to eat.
DelDOT has announced a road closure in Millsboro. It's going to happen next week, so pay attention if you drive there. The closed-off area is between Hollyville Road and Washington Street and Route 24. That's to create that new bypass in Millsboro. Big deal. Drivers should use the detour through Gravel Hill Road northbound to Mount Joy Road, then to Hollyville Road. We have more information about all this on our CoastTV website.
Time is running out to give your feedback on Cape Henlopen State Park improvements. There are plans, including a new park office and entrance. DENREC says that the new office would feature a public lobby that would provide indoor queuing for park pass purchases, a gift shop, and it would also provide visitor parking. The public can continue to comment on projects now through Wednesday, August 14th.
Let's go and take a live look right now outside into Laurel as we check in with our First Alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobuono, on our First Alert weather. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Maddie. Yeah, I tell you what, it has been a gorgeous day on Delmarva. Here's a live look from our Irish Eyes pub and restaurant camera in Lewis. 80 degrees, dew point 57. We're seeing a lot of dry air over the peninsula, and it's making for some comfortable conditions this afternoon. It's going to be a very nice evening as we see temperatures fall in Lewis to about 79 around 7, and we'll see 74 at around 9 under mostly clear skies. 76 currently in Rehoboth, seeing 74 in Bethany, 86 Redden, 82 in Seaford. As I mentioned, those dew points for the most of us generally in the upper 50s to low 60s. We've had a few clouds, high and mid-level clouds, roll through this afternoon, but those are since pushing off. We have a weak disturbance down there in the Outer Banks, but high pressure moving in, a lot of dry air, keeping things nice and tranquil here over the course of the next few days. And we're going to continue to see plenty of sunshine here over the next few days as well. Slightly below average temperatures and low humidity. There is some humidity in that extended forecast. We'll talk more about that, as well as a newly named tropical storm in my full forecast here in just a few minutes.
And that, Chris. It's just 1 week until the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. New polling shows the race for the White House remains competitive.
With the battleground blitz behind them, Vice President Kamala Harris is pivoting to a focus on policy this week.
Preparations are underway for the Democratic National Convention in Chicago next week. The revamped Democratic ticket is riding a wave of enthusiasm and seeking to build excitement around their policies,
including to raise the minimum wage and eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
Echoing former President Trump.
We are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
After not posting on the platform X for nearly a year, Trump is returning to promote his agenda in an interview tonight with Elon Musk. Meanwhile, J.D. Vance is backpedaling on Mr. Trump's recent comments, suggesting he's open to banning the abortion pill.
His goal is not to block mifepristone, it's to let states make the decision on abortion policy.
Harris has been a staunch champion for reproductive rights, an area where Republicans struggle. Polling shows she's now leading Trump among likely voters in 3 key swing states: Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, within the margin of error. Signs of a more competitive race since President Biden dropped out. During his first interview since doing so, he explained his decision.
My Democratic colleagues in the House and Senate thought that I was going to hurt them in the races.
Biden hopes to help the Democratic ticket when he takes the stage at the convention. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
President Donald Trump's virtual interview on X tonight comes after he was kicked off that platform, then known as Twitter, in the days following the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. His account was reinstated in 2022. But until today, he had only posted there once.
On the other side of things, attorneys representing former President Trump announced their client plans to sue the Department of Justice for what they call, quote, malicious political persecution, unquote. In the legal notice, the GOP presidential nominee's lawyers complained the FBI's court-approved search of Mar-a-Lago in 2022 was improper. Trump's legal team also claims the indictment in connection with the classified documents found at the former president's Florida estate was also improper. The filing says the former president is seeking $115 million in damages. Oil prices getting higher. What's going on in the Middle East to cause the surge in sludge cost?
Well, summer is rolling along on Delmarva, 20 days away from Labor Day, 85 from Election Day. We'll have a look at that Bay forecast as well as your extended forecast here in just a few minutes.
But first, a U.S. gymnast being asked to give back her bronze medal due to a mistake at the judges' table. That story up next.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is proud to power Central and Southern Delaware. We power local artists creating masterpieces inspired by nature, eateries with roots that run deep in our communities, and business owners helping other entrepreneurs succeed. We serve a new orchestra founded by co-op members and a new library built to better serve Harrington families. We're inspired by the stories of our friends and neighbors, and it's for these people and places that DEC is committed to keeping the lights on.
Transform your bath today with Baths by Spicer Brothers.
Call now and ask about our Refresh for Less promotion and get a new bath or shower for only $69.95. Plus, get 20% off all upgrades.
Imagine stepping into a beautifully renovated bath designed by our experts and installed by our certified professionals.
This offer is hotter than a sauna and won't last forever. So don't miss out on our Refresh for Less promotion for just $69.95 with 20% off all upgrades.
Before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind, because you deserve the best.
Everyone knows kids are messy, especially in the summertime. Back to school. Your home isn't clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness. Ask about Ubrelvy.
To stay on top of my game, I need to keep up my energy.
Cliff Bar is purposely crafted with 10 grams of protein and organic oats.
Because the more good you put in, the more great you get out.
Cliff, the most important ingredient is you.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
I know we've all been watching the Olympics here on Coast TV, and the medals for women's gymnastics, those have all been awarded. But the battle of who should have been on that podium, that's far from over.
USA Gymnastics says it's going to appeal the International Olympic Committee's decision to strip American Jordan Childs of her bronze medal and instead award it to a gymnast from Romania.
Laura Aguirre has the latest twists and turns in a case that's sparking international attention and, for many, outrage.
Like many Olympic moments, it's a victory that will hinge on seconds. In question, the bronze medal awarded to American gymnast Jordan Childs after her floor routine last Monday in Paris. At the time, Childs' initial score put her in 5th place, with Romanian Ana Barbosu in 3rd. Childs' coaches immediately filed a challenge, saying the routine wasn't scored correctly for difficulty. At first, Team USA prevailed, and Childs was moved into 3rd, taking the bronze. But over the weekend, a court of arbitration for sport ruled that the coach's challenge was filed too late, after the 1-minute deadline. Normally, a gymnast has until the next competitor takes the floor to file a challenge. However,
Because Jordan Childs was the last gymnast, she only had a minute. So she had significantly less time to get in this inquiry.
the IOC said Sunday it would strip Childs of her medal and give it to the Romanian. USA Gymnastics says it has submitted new video evidence showing conclusively that the head coach lodged the challenge within 47 seconds before the 1-minute deadline, adding in a statement Sunday that they didn't receive the new video until after the tribunal's decision.
The gymnasts are the ones who are suffering. They're embarrassed. They're being harassed online.
Childs shared 4 broken hearts on Instagram Saturday, telling fans she's taking a break from social media for her mental health. Team USA vows to fight on, with U.S. Olympic officials saying Sunday they are, quote, committed to pursuing an appeal to help Jordan Childs receive the recognition she deserves. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, it's going to be a wonderful Tuesday in the Bay. Temperatures getting into the low 80s with plenty of sunshine. We'll talk about how long this dry, pleasant weather is going to extend, as well as look at the tropics here after the break.
Right now, during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Gateway Subaru, we're offering incredible savings. Save up to $3,000 on a new 2024 Subaru Outback. Plus, take advantage of great financing rates as low as 0% for 48 months. Feel the thrill and save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 2.9% for 48 months. And stop by to discover the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
No strangers here, just friends you've not met yet.
With an outside patio and inside charm, Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Milton is a local's favorite on the banks of the Broadkill River. Irish Eyes Pub and Restaurant Lewis, gorgeous views, free parking, and the best happy hour at the beach, with room for everyone. And for a truly special event, go no further than the Lewis Room at Irish Eyes. The panoramic views, in-house chef, and professional team will make it easy to plan your next event. Find out more at irisheyespub.com.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation where we bring the showroom to you.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales event continues at Preston Ford. Experience incredible deals on a massive selection of over 900 new Ford vehicles. You can save over $11,000 off MSRP on select 2023 Ford F-150s, or get over $9,000 off MSRP on a 2023 Bronco Badlands. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver it to your driveway today. Visit Preston online or in person during the Make It Ford Summer Sales event at Preston Ford. Remember, cars cost less in Preston.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood.
The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the park every Saturday from 8 to noon and at Crooked Hammock Brewery every Wednesday from 8 to 11:30 a.m.
Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Well, Mother Nature certainly spoiling us here, certainly for August standards on Delmarva. Low humidity, temperatures generally in the low 80s, 70s at the coast. We're currently seeing 76 here in Ocean View from our gutter helmet cam. Dew point 65. We're seeing a wind anywhere from about 5 to 10 miles an hour across the area. Temperatures along the coast generally in the 70s. Very nice there. And then away from the coast, we're relatively in the 80s. We're seeing 82 there in Milton, 80 in Salisbury, 82 in Seaford. Dew points, as I mentioned, comfortable. We're generally in the 50s to lower 60s over the area. And yes, we're going to see a vacation from the humidity, at least for the next few days before we see those humidity levels rise by week's end. A sunny, dry stretch of weather. We're not going to see any rain until most likely the weekend. And yes, watching the tropics, we have a newly formed tropical storm, Ernesto, churning in the Atlantic. We had a few high mid-level clouds earlier. Most of that is beginning to exit the coast. We have a lot of dry air filtering into the area, all thanks to high pressure. And then see that system out in the plains there. We don't have to worry about that anytime soon. What else we don't have to worry about? 90-degree days. We've had 23 of them so far this summer. It's going to be at least another 8 to maybe 10 days before we see the 90s return. I don't think we're completely out of the woods yet, because we're certainly going to see those 90s return by a month's end. Temperatures, though, are going to drop rather quickly through the overnight. Clear skies, calm winds. We get that radiational cooling. We're going to fall generally in the lower 60s. And clear skies. That's going to allow for viewing of the Perseid meteor shower. I couldn't see any last night. I tried seeing some when I left the station. Could see up to 100 an hour. As I mentioned, lows tonight, low to mid 60s. We'll see upper 60s at the coast. Wouldn't surprise me if we see a few upper 50s further from the coast. We're going to see high temperatures tomorrow very nicely. 82 in Lewis, 82 Harrington, the Eastern Shore, 81 in Cambridge, low humidity, calm winds, 83 in Salisbury. And there you see futurecast, clear skies through tomorrow afternoon. As we go into Wednesday morning, we're dry, we're calm. Can't rule out maybe a spotty shower Wednesday, but I think most of us will be on the dry side. Plenty of sunshine as we make our way towards Chincoteague and Assateague. If you're vacationing this week, you picked a really good week. 80 in Fenwick Island as we make our way up through Lewis and Rehoboth. Temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. Low risk of rip currents. Muggy meter, yeah, as I mentioned, we're going to see the humidity levels rise by the end of the week. Here is the system. Tropical storm Ernesto making its way towards the Leeward Islands, eventually Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Hurricane by Thursday, but it does look like it's going to curve away from the coast, but we'll continue to monitor this, making a beeline for Bermuda. We may only just have to worry about some rip currents, and potentially some rough surf by the tail end of the weekend into early next week. Your Paul Davis 7-day, very dry here. Average high 86 degrees. We're going to be below that over the next few, and then we throw in some thunderstorm chances by the weekend.
Thank you, Chris. New in Maryland, sports wagering contributing a whopping $6.3 million from the month of July, where players wagered over $300 million. All that money goes to Maryland schools. The statewide totals are calculated by the retail and mobile wagers, along with the money that's given out as prizes to players and their taxable wins.
The Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development announces more than $8 million in block grant awards for fiscal year 2025. The grants will support 14 projects in 12 counties and contribute to affordable housing, infrastructure improvements, programs serving the homeless, and people with disabilities and low-income individuals.
Coming up, Vice President Harris speaking at a fundraiser, but some controversy. You're going to want to stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Through August 31st, get $1,500 off, plus free hardware. And no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis,
the restoration and remodeling experts.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts. Here to help now.
My patients mean the world to me. It's why I come to work every day.
When a patient gives me a hug or says, I can't believe you were able to do this for me.
Getting somebody out of pain.
Seeing a patient be able to smile when they haven't for years.
Somebody that's afraid and then they're not afraid anymore.
I love making a difference in other people's lives for the better.
I think that's a really amazing thing that you can do for somebody else.
I'm thankful that I get to do it.
Open 6 days a week with convenient hours. Call and schedule your appointment today.
Feeling the summer sizzle? Is it turning your home into a sauna? At FH Fur, we know you can't wait when your AC is down for the count. That's why we're offering same-day service, guaranteed. If we don't make it to you the very same day, you won't pay a diagnostic or dispatch fee, plain and simple. So whether your AC is blowing hot air, your thermostat is on the fritz, or your entire system needs replacing, an FH Fur expert technician will bring your comfort back today.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Dad, I need your help. I am in over my head with this house. I've got buckling floors, doors that won't close, sick kids, and a frustrated wife. Did you call Dry Zone? No, I called the cheaper guys. You've got to call Dry Zone. They're the oldest and the best. Just like you, Dad.
Protect your largest investment with Delmarva's local choice, Dry Zone, the oldest and the best.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Vice President Harris raised more than $12 million for her campaign over the weekend. Harris spoke at a fundraiser in her hometown of San Francisco on Sunday. Press cameras were not allowed, but the state's attorney general shared some video from inside. The sold-out fundraiser was packed with donors, supporters, and California politicians. However, outside, some protesters gathered, upset over the Biden-Harris administration's stance on the war in Gaza. The $12 million raised at the event adds to the historic $310 million that the Harris-Walz campaign raised in July.
Realtors nationwide are bracing for major changes in how they do business. On August 17th, new rules will take effect that overhaul the way real estate agents get paid to help people buy and sell homes. Up until now, home sellers typically had to pay a 5 or 6% commission. Now, going forward, buyers' agents must discuss their compensation up front, and they'll have to enter into a written agreement with the prospective home buyer before touring a property together.
Oil prices jumped sharply on Monday as traders worry about potential upticks in violence in the Middle East. U.S. crude rose 4.2% and closed at $80 a barrel, while Brent crude, the world benchmark, gained 3% to close at $82 a barrel. Analysts say traders are worried Iran will attack Israel after the recent assassinations of Hezbollah and Hamas leaders. And they are concerned a widening conflict could disrupt the flow of oil out of the Strait of Hormuz, the biggest shipping channel in the world for oil.
Let's take one more look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know who should be most responsible for reducing bike accidents on the coast. Look at your screen. So far, it's been split, but now, big jump. Cyclists, 69% saying cyclists should be responsible for reducing those accidents. Drivers down to 25%. We will have updated results on this poll on our next newscast at 6.
Coming up, Delaware lifeguards, an elite company, how they showed up and showed out this past weekend in Texas. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Harrington Raceway and Casino and Bet Rivers have come together to give you Delaware's must-play online casino and sportsbook, featuring hundreds of exciting slots and table games. Plus, with non-stop sports betting action, you'll know you're where winners play. Sign up now and we'll cover 24 hours of casino losses up to $250. Or get a second chance sports bet up to $250. Bet Rivers and Harrington Raceway and Casino. It's where winners play. Download the app today.
Sarah was a mother and a grandmother. She lived in a local nursing home. The nursing home let her develop bed sores, which got infected. The infection spread. The nursing home called an ambulance to take her to the hospital, but the infection couldn't be stopped and it took her life. Her family needed answers. Her family needed justice. They knew who to call for a nursing home negligence lawsuit, and now you do too. Folks, tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
If you have chronic kidney disease, you can reduce the risk of kidney failure with Farxiga, because there are places you'd like to be. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
I'm David Wilson. I'm the CEO of the Preston Automotive Group, and I'm thrilled to announce our newest dealership, Preston Hyundai of Millsboro. Conveniently located at 28362 DuPont Boulevard, Millsboro, Delaware. We're open 8:30 to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 8 until 6 p.m. on Saturdays, or until the last customer is satisfied. Visit us in person or browse our extensive inventory at millsborohyundai.com. Buy online and we'll deliver it to your front door. Visit us at the all-new Preston Hyundai of Millsboro and discover why people say cars cost less with Preston.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
The Sussex County Life Saving Association won its first U.S. National Lifeguard Championship this past week. This is awesome. It was in Texas, and the Delaware team made history as the first to be crowned champions outside of California and New Jersey. The STLA had 79 lifeguards participate in events like swim, paddle, row, surf, rescue, and board rescue. All those events simulated real-life rescue techniques that are used every day throughout the world. The Sussex County Life Saving Association now prepares for the 2024 World Life Saving Championships, and guess where they are? Australia. Pretty cool.
Well, here's a live look into Dover. Bay Health Cam 82. Check out that dew point, 53. Very dry and comfortable, especially for early August, and it's going to be a great evening. Clear skies, 73 by around 9, on our way to a low in the mid to upper 60s. 10-day forecast by Paul Davis. There you see 86 by Thursday. We stay dry. Humidity levels begin to rise by Friday into Saturday. And we also introduce thunderstorm chances back on Delmarva by the weekend.
All right, Chris, thank you. And thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.